Hey, what's up, you guys? I just want to say thank you all for coming back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be walking you through a study. And a study is usually done before you do a large-scale mural or a painting. And the study can be like a sketch, or it could be a drawing or a painting. So you can see here that I was working on Photoshop, where I do all my sketching, and then I print it out, and I use this transfer technique with graphite or pencil, and I color the back, and then after I color the back with graphite, then I transfer it onto whatever surface I'm going to be using, and then I just start tracing. This painting is going to be done in watercolor. And so one of the reasons why I chose watercolor, or love working with watercolors, because you have all these colors at your fingertips, and it's just so easy to switch colors. It's a lot of fun too. So I really enjoy doing watercolor, just sitting there drinking my coffee or some tea, and just chilling out. I think water's already calming and then just working with watercolor like really helps. So yeah, back to watercolor. So you can see here I applied the first layer of watercolor, and then what I'm doing is I'm just mixing as I go. Sometimes I'll mix a few colors that I like or I don't like, and I'll apply it. And if I don't like it, I can just get a clean brush with clean water and wipe it off. It doesn't wipe off fully, but just enough for me to change colors if I need to. That's something that I really enjoy doing, is seeing the process of a painting come together. But one of the reasons why I like watercolor so much is because it's gonna do whatever it wants to do. And that's something that I really learned in my first few years of working with watercolor, is that don't try and control water, don't try and control the watercolor. Just let it do what it's gonna do, and let it mix how it's gonna mix. It's just so awesome. In between coats, what I like to do is sketch the outline, draw the outline, and make sure that I'm getting my outline. I'm darkening my outline a little bit more. After that, after the first layers have dried, then I'll come back with like the second layer, and I'll start adding the different tones, the mid-tones. And these mid-tones are really important when it comes to contouring the face. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong, but this is just a study, and I'm looking to see really with this study is how these colors are going to work together, and if they work together or not. This gives me a better example of the painting, and on a smaller scale. But when I start painting it, I know how to mix these colors whenever I'm working on canvas or working on a mural. One of the reasons why I like doing these studies is because they just help me grow so much, whether it be growing with the design, growing my imagination, growing with a different color palette that I've never tried before, or just growth and just seeing how far I've come as an artist. And so I think even with my mistakes, I've grown faster by making more mistakes, and then later on making lesser mistakes. And so I get to see that. I get to see the transition of each period, each application, each brush stroke, that touches the paper, and just I can really see that transformation come to life. And with these paintings that I paint, I feel like they find their own title, their own name, because it takes on its own character. And my idea for this wasn't a flower in the background, kind of hugging the woman, but it just started to come to life as I was painting. And so I just got these ideas and just started putting things together and found a picture of a chrysanthemum, and then next thing you know it's turning into this blossom, this flower. And so yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I do these studies, because it challenges me. It helps me with growth. I just find so much of myself when it comes to these pieces. As I'm painting, my mind gets flooded with ideas and ways I could make this better, or things that I could do better. And so here I am working on the woman's heart, and inside of her heart is the actual blossom. And so you could see the inside of her body is these flower petals that are where life is coming from. And so that's what makes these pieces just so special to me, because I could really see my own heart being poured into this, my heart and soul being poured into this, and it's not just another piece. Here I'm adding the final layers to this painting. I'm really liking how the painting is really taking its own direction and its own shape. I really like the heart being more illuminated in the middle, but my favorite part is adding the highlights. And the highlights, I use a gouache. Gouache is a more opaque type of watercolor. You can use gouache with the same brushes that you use for watercolor. The only difference is it's going to be a much stronger color. And so I always use that for the final details of the painting. It really, really brings it out so much more, because watercolor is more transparent, or it just has a softer feel. And so gouache will enhance it. I have to ask my boss if it's okay for me to finish this video, and he says yes. So what I'm gonna do is add the final touches, and then I want to show you all what I've been working on for the past eight hours. And here she is. Thank you again. This has been fun. I hope you all join me next week. Next week's gonna be a different video, and here's the final piece. I hope y'all like it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see y'all next Friday. Peace.